If it wasn't for my 4-year-old, I would have never found out that my husband of 15 years was cheating on me. So my now ex-husband and I were married for 15 years. We have two amazing kiddos. One is 3 and one is 4. Now, out of the blue, when our 4-year-old was only 3 years old, my husband decided that he wanted to make it a thing that he would take both of our boys up to the mountains so they can go camping. His reasoning behind that was so that I could have some time for myself and I wasn't stressed with the kiddos, and then also he could spend time with our kids. He also suggested that I meet him halfway from where the campsite was so that I could pick up the kids and I wasn't away from them for so long, and then that would give him enough time to go fishing and go do everything that he wanted to do without the kids. Our son turns 4. They go out camping. Everything was fine and dandy, just like it usually is. And then all of a sudden, on the third day that they're supposed to be camping, that's when I'm supposed to meet my husband. But he's not answering my phone calls. He's not answering my mother-in-law's phone calls. So that's when we start to worry. So I start driving with intention of going up to the campsite so that I can go see if they're okay and I can actually pick up my kiddos. But then all of a sudden I get halfway between our house and the actual campsite and my husband decides to call me back. He basically sounds like he's panicking. I'm like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm so sorry. I couldn't get any service. Why don't you just meet me at my mom's house?" Which is honestly halfway between our house and the campsite. So, of course, I meet him at his mom's. I get my kiddos, and then he goes back to the campsite. And as I'm driving back home, the kiddos start mentioning a female's name. That's when I was questioning, and I'm like, what are they talking about? So I started asking my son simple questions like, "Who's Sarah?" And then he all of a sudden tells me, "Oh, it's Daddy's friend. She's been staying with us at the campsite." I personally don't know a Sarah. Okay, so I just asked him, like, where is she actually staying? Does she have her own, camper? And he tells me, no, she stays with us inside of Daddy's camper. She sleeps with us in the same bed. Obviously, I'm not going to go any further because my baby is just 4 years old. So I just left it there. I decided to call my sister and see if she could take care of the kiddos so that I could head up to the campsite and see what our son was talking about. I drop my kiddos off to my sister's house. I start heading up to the campsite, and then as soon as I get there, I see that there's a second vehicle next to the camper. So I get out of my car, I go check to see who it is, and there is another female sitting next to my husband in like the little fire pit, and they're literally drinking wine and eating. This female probably doesn't even know who I am. He's probably told her some sort of stupid story, so I'm not going to flip out on her. She's not the one that owes me loyalty. It's my husband. So I flip the fuck out on him, and I'm telling him, "What are you doing, especially around our kids?" This man literally tells me to leave, that I am disrespecting him and his mistress. At that point, I just realized that I'm wasting my time and I'm just talking to a really big piece of shit, so I decided to leave. And as I am getting close to my sister's house, I get a text message from him telling me that I should be embarrassed because his mistress left in tears. So he was there by himself.